watching today, chances are very good you know someone who suffers from hearing loss.
It affects 28 million Americans and is one of the most prevalent chronic health conditions in the U.S. But there is something you can do.
Our experts at Kaczmarski Hearing have a free seminar coming up where you can learn a whole lot more next week.
Dr. Becky is here to tell us all about it. Becky, welcome.
I'm here again. Thanks for having me back again. I love coming here. We're having a seminar on Wednesday, April 18th, and this is where folks can leave their wallets at home. This is all about education. This is where we can really tell the patient what we're all about, that we are doctors of audiology. We have 8 years of college underneath our belts and what to do for the right person, the right things to do for the right person. So it's all about education.
You know, and it really is important because our ears are such complicated, complex parts of our anatomy, so important. Of course, one of our 5 senses, but there are so many things that can go wrong, and so many people suffer for
There's
so long
a lot of
before they
suffering
get a
going
diagnosis.
on, and they don't realize it at first because it's so gradual. And like I say many times on the show, if it happened overnight, then people will be, wait, right on the phone, I got to take care of this. But it happens so gradually. The patients are coping, the families are coping, and it's just kind of in the background all the time. But it does make people stay home more. They don't go out as much. They aren't as happy. And we'll see people and then help them along, and then the next thing you know, they have a great personality.
Isn't
and they're
that
having
awesome?
fun with life, and they're more independent, and things are just going along more smooth.
Okay, so Becky, I have a question for you, because since it is such a gradual thing, the family may really notice it, but the person being, impacted really isn't sure if it's that bad. What advice would you give a family member to try to talk to that person to say, let's just go on Wednesday and hear what they have to say?
Right, it's just a real easy way. We are not salesmen, we are educators, and it's a real easy way to learn about the anatomy of the ear, the outer ear, the middle ear, and the inner ear, and there's different things that can happen in each portion of the ear. And if it's a medical issue, we send them right to their physician, and if there's something we can do in the rehab area, we'll go ahead and do that for them.
And
Lots to learn.
And this isn't just for older folks. You're noticing hearing loss and hearing problems even with people at younger ages.
That's right, and the younger ages, especially the younger baby boomer ages, and I'm one of those. And it's a new phenomenon where we want to stay young, and there's anything we can do to stay young, and all that's about keeping in touch and keeping connected. That's what's real important.
And nobody wants to think that, they're getting older and we might actually need some assistance with hearing, because we think of our fathers needing that kind of thing.
Right.
But you really are seeing that there are tools that are available to help people.
There's so much new in the nanotechnology where everything's down into the ear, where it just sits into the shadow of the ear, and it's your own personal secret. But most people are so happy with their little secret, they show everybody, look what I got.
Yeah, exactly.
I can hear you now.
Yeah, and it's just more fun.
Right, and the technologies really are incredible. And you've been on the forefront in the hearing industry here in West Michigan, particularly for so many years. How pleased are you to see with the way your industry is going?
It's ridiculously rewarding. It's really, really fun to see the changes and to keep up and being progressive on the technology and being the forefront and the first to offer something in the area. A lot of the manufacturers will come to us to do field studies and beta test studies. There's a new study we're involved in right now that's a personal URL where the patient will get their new hearing aids and they can go onto their own website to learn about their own hearing aid and their own little videos on how to change a battery, about specific things about the product that they have purchased.
Wow.
And those tools are something that the patient can use and the family can use too. If mom's at home and she can't figure it out, the son can go on the website and say, well, look, this is how you do it, and help along too. So it's really personal.
So you're going to go over all of this at that seminar?
Everything.
Now, can anybody just show up?
We need appointments and like to know who's coming and make sure we have enough seats for everybody, because it does get pretty full. But it's a really nice way to relax with a little bit of dessert and coffee with us and watch our presentation. You'll really learn a lot.
That's right, and this is no charge, no obligation.
Correct.
You just really want to share the information for people.
That's right. The more they know, the better. And sometimes it's something to take home and look at and think about, and then finally they'll say, okay, I'm ready, and then make that appointment for a no-charge consultation.
And you're holding this at a really nice location. Parking's free, it's convenient.
Our North Point Bank location has a beautiful seminar facility in the downstairs, and then we can even give you a tour of our office afterwards if you're interested.
Which is really nice. And if people maybe they're not sure how to approach their family member, maybe even a family member could come and get the information.
Instead of the family member, they'll come and just learn things and say, look what I learned for you.
And people are welcome
It's
to
a real
do that.
passive way to just kind of get your foot in the door.
Yeah.
Now, if we want to be a little more aggressive and we want to call you or visit your office, you have several locations.
We have 4 locations, and they're all full standing locations, and they're full staffed by doctors of audiology, and we're really happy to help. And that's what we're all about. We're not salesmen. We're doctors of audiology, and that's a big difference.
Well, it is really great. I've been to your office in Metro Village many, many times, and you actually create our earpieces that we use here, and so I know that you just do a fantastic job. And
Thank you.
It is just really wonderful to have you as our hearing expert.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Yes, glad to have you.
Good.
Okay, more of 8 West is straight ahead. Don't go away.
This is 8 West.